from my perspective, in terms of the role that Stuart's taken on with being a volunteer, is that often we will talk to people that are looking at coming into the group and suggest, this group is going to be really beneficial for you. It looks at, emotional skills training. It'll teach you skills and fundamentally teach you about mindfulness. And it's one thing having a professional suggest to you that coming along to a group will be really useful, but the credibility that Stuart has in his story and what he can offer people about the progress he's made, it's so powerful, and it just means so much more to people listening to that than it does to listening to me or anybody else in the team saying, oh, well, this will be useful. It's just huge. It makes a huge difference to people.
If I tell you a little bit about my background, I've been in recovery now for 3 years. I was an active drug user from the age of 16. I felt like I couldn't deal with anything if I wasn't using drugs. I was quite content with using till the end of my days, and it didn't really bother me. Then I started properly using Gwent Substance Misuse Service because I decided that maybe there is something better than using drugs. So I actively engaged. I listened to what the doctor said. I listened to what my counsellor said. I was invited along to a group which was Mindfulness, which I thought at the time, what is a group going to do to help me? I need something from a prescription. That was one way of looking at life. Within a month, I was converted to mindfulness. I was a complete advocate for it. It helped me deal with my emotions. It helped me deal with relationships, with confidence, and with how I viewed myself and how I viewed other people. Any new members come in, I would be, trying to tell them, look, it's worth doing it. To get clean takes hard work, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. It was about 2 years into the course that Paula asked me if I wanted to be an official volunteer. And to be completely honest with you, I just thought she meant for Gwent Substance Misuse Service. I didn't think it was for the NHS. So I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds brilliant. I've never been asked to do something like this before. It went through all the paperwork, and I kept expecting something to go wrong because it's kind of, still the addict mindset of things are going too well. And anyway, all that went through, and it was brilliant. And I got my little badge, and I was like, wow. But the photo was terrible, so I hide it. I've been volunteering now for around 8 months. I co-facilitate a mindfulness group. I've just started in the past few weeks doing my own group, a graduation from the mindfulness group for an hour every Friday, which is going really well. If I share my story with a service user, and they see what I've been through, and see that I come out at the end of it, and I do get looks now, and Paul has to back it up sometimes when I say, oh, I've been homeless, or and a service user will look at me like, nah, and someone has to back it up because 2012 I was living on the street. I had nothing. To people who are in active addiction, I would say, what have you got to lose? You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. If you do engage with the services, if you do listen to your drug worker, or if you do get offered to go into a group, take that opportunity. Like groups 2 hours a week. What's 2 hours? What's an hour a week with your counsellor there? And everybody's there to help you. Then nobody's out to you're not a number. And that's one nice thing about here, like the Gwent Substance Misuse Service, is that you are treated as a human being. You're not a statistic, which I think a lot of drug users feel they are. Through the volunteering, it's given me something that more confidence, something to look forward to, that I can actually do things. People do see something in me that I can't see. It's giving something back to a service that means a lot to me. Now I've got a lovely flat, a nice little dog. I've got a life. It's one of the best things that's happened to me.